What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Mika Chanel, back with another edition of Mika Chanel is Just Saying. All right, we're talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season number 8, episode number 4. So we open this episode off. For some reason, Kenya decides that she wants to walk over to Sheree's house. I guess for some reason, Kenya was at her house. We haven't seen any kind of construction work going on at her house up to this point. So I'm hoping that there are contractors there while she's just hanging out in this neighborhood, you know, because her house doesn't even have walls or doors or floors or anything. Anyway, so she walks over to Sheree's house and she sees Sheree outside sweeping the porch, I guess sweeping debris off the porch or whatever. So she goes on over there and she's like, hey, this house is gorgeous. Oh my God, it's so much bigger up close. Can I see the inside? So she tries to like run and try to open the door and Sheree's like, no, girl, get away, get away. And so then she runs to the back or whatever. I'm like, Kenya, you are a mess, okay? Now you know that there is nothing done on the inside of that house. Now you know that she done spent the last 4 years only on the outside of the house and getting like the beams to hold the house up, you know? There's nothing inside that house. So... and Sheree confirms it that there are no floors. She doesn't have floors yet. So anyway, she was like, so what do you have? Do you have floors? What do you got going? Do you have electricity in your house? Kenya's like, I don't have anything. So, you know, they're pretty much in the same boat. But you know how Kenya is. She likes to throw shade regardless. She likes to poke at people. It doesn't matter if she is in a similar situation or not. She's just going to be who she is. And I love it, okay? Anyways, so basically she's like, you know, I just wanted to invite you to this yacht party I'm having. It's something that, you know, I think will cheer Cynthia up or whatever. And, you know, Sheree's like, I'm on board. I just think that these two are going to be something like frenemies throughout this season. And I'm a little here for it. You know what I'm saying? I think that they may play off each other very well. I think Sheree is just a little bit uncomfortable right now coming back into the group. She doesn't seem to have found her groove yet, I don't think, in, you know, just navigating through these episodes that I've seen her on. I just think she's a little uneasy or something like that. Well, basically because these are pretty much new ladies, you know, because basically everyone is new from when she was on there, you know, like, you know, Candy was there, but most of the ladies weren't there. I think Phaedra had only been on like maybe one season with Sheree. If that. Was she on any seasons with Sheree? I can't remember. Anyways, that doesn't really matter right now. Yeah, but I just feel like Sheree is maybe just still navigating her way through the ladies or whatever. So in the next scene, you see Portia and Phaedra. Portia takes Phaedra to go lingerie shopping because Portia is like, she needs to step up her FaceTime game. And she wants to do a little half-naked FaceTiming with Duke. And she says that she never thought that she would be that kind of person. But since he's gone to training camp, you know, she wants to keep it, you know, make sure he knows what he's missing at home and all this and all that. Even though they don't talk as much anymore. You know, she wants to keep her on his mind. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, she's like, Phaedra, you know, I'm sure she's going to be getting some real soon because it's been a year since Apollo's been gone. And she needs to, you know what I'm saying, maybe get a little something for the for her new boo or whatever. On the other hand, Phaedra feels like Portia is just working way too hard for this man. And she feels like, what did she say? Something like, nobody wants you if you're already butt naked on the bed in boots. Something like that she said. But she was like, she gonna, you know, she's not gonna say anything to Portia. This is what she was saying in her interview. She's not gonna say anything to Portia because Portia has an ass. Okay, I like that because don't give me your advice. You know what I'm saying? Let me figure it out on my own. You know, we see a little bit later in the episode that Portia does kind of is starting to kind of figure things out on her own, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Anyways, they buy their little things and they kind of, you know, move on. So then we see Cynthia going to visit Candy, which is really strange to me because I'm not sure if I've ever seen Cynthia at Candy's house outside of like a big party or anything. You know, I don't know. Have we ever seen them just hang out, the two of them, before? I don't know, but whatever. It was real strange that Cynthia went to Candy's house and, you know, they were, you know, Candy was just talking, asking her, Cynthia was asking Candy how the pregnancy was going, and Candy was just like, you know, I'm trying to slow down. My doctor told me I need to slow down, and, you know, she had the fibroid issue years ago or whatever, and she's older. She's over 35, and, you know, that's always high risk or whatever. But then she starts talking about the fact that she and Todd are gonna, or need to go look at this location because they are are opening up a restaurant, you guys. And Candy was saying that it's more so Todd's idea than Candy's idea. She doesn't necessarily want to be doing it right now. It's a lot of work. But, you know, she wants to be supportive. He was supportive with her in the play. It's not something that he wanted to do, but he was supporting her. So she's going to support him. And, you know, Cynthia's like, that's all you can do. That's what I do with, you know, with Peter. The restaurant business is going to be like the, you know, like a mistress or something. Like, he's going to always be gone. He's going to always be there. You know what I mean? And she's like, and then she works into, that's why her and Peter are going through the things that they're going through. And she even brings up the fact that she may be thinking about divorcing Peter. And Candy's like, what? You know, I don't know. I think that Candy is okay as far as what her and Ty want to do. You know, I think that they can play around a little bit. They got money to play around with her a little bit. But I think Cynthia's issues, she needs to maybe think a little bit more about it. She just seems so nonchalant about talking about, you know, leaving her husband or whatever. It just seems really, just not really thought out very well. So I think she needs to keep her mouth shut. Okay, I really do think she needs to keep her mouth shut a little bit and not just be going around blabbing that, you know what I'm saying, she may be wanting to get divorced or whatever, especially with someone. I'm not saying that Candy is not, you know, a good friend, but she and Cynthia aren't friends. I don't understand why Cynthia is telling her all of this. But, you know, she just basically says that she, you know, just thinks that that's where they are. And Candy's like, well, maybe y'all just need to get over the hump or whatever. She was like, girl, we've been getting over the hump since we've been humping. That was kind of funny. But anyway, so, you know, the Cynthia and Peter thing continues, and clearly they have not worked it out. So in the next scene, we see Kim. She goes over to Phaedra's house. She has her kids in tow. They're having a play day because Phaedra has a pool in the backyard. Phaedra has hired a lifeguard to watch the kids in the pool while she and Kim, you know, have some mommy chat, mommy time. And I thought that was really cool. I'm so here for it. I need some friends that have pools that can hire, and we can hire a lifeguard and, you know, let the kids play. Yeah, that sounds like a fun idea. I love that idea, actually. Phaedra is always really good at making people feel at home and doing like the proper thing or whatever as far as, you know, like etiquette goes and things like that. But she's still shady as hell. Anyway, so they kind of just sit and talk, and Phaedra's like, girl, so, you know, we know you from Tootie, girl, so I know you rolling with some, you know what I'm saying, I know you rolling with some cool people, so who you rolling with now? And she's just like, girl, I ain't rolling with nobody but my kids and my husband. That's it. I don't do anything. I don't have any hobbies. I don't get my nails done. I don't get my hair done. I have no life. The only thing I look forward to is the carpool. And Phaedra's like, oh my God. Oh no, child. Oh no, child. You need to go get your hair and nails done every week. You need to spend that time. Don't lose yourself, okay, girl? And then she was like, well, yeah, but you should. And then Phaedra asked her how she thought about the ladies, you know, at the party or whatever, and she felt like the ladies were showing too much cleavage. And I'm like, shoot, is there too much cleavage to be shown? No, there isn't. When I go out, my boobs are always out. You know, I don't wear like short dresses or anything. Like I can't do one. I either do one or the other. I either wear like a low cut shirt and like a longer bottom part, or I wear a shorter bottom part and then I'm more covered up at the top or whatever. But whatever, if you got them, flaunt them, baby. I mean, I'm not talking about walking around in the bikini top, you know what I'm saying, all day long. But you know, a little low cut top never hurt anybody, Kim. Now don't hate. Don't hate, okay, girl? Just because you walk around looking a mess. Let me quit messing with her. Anyways, yeah, so they're talking about that. And then Kim just starts crying because she just feels what Phaedra's saying. Like, you need to get a life. You need to start taking care of yourself. You can't just let life go by and have it all be about your husband and your children, because you're really going to regret that eventually, you know? So, you know, maybe that was a breakthrough for her. She was saying that she didn't realize that she had no life until right then, that she needed to do something different. So hopefully, you know, Phaedra sparked something in her and she'll figure all that out ASAP, ASAP, okay? Anyways, Portia's at home, child. She's waiting on Duke. She done texted Duke talking about, can we FaceTime? She done got all dolled up in her little outfit. She looks real cute, but Duke is nowhere to be found. He keeps texting her like, we'll talk later, we'll talk later. She hasn't heard from him, so she decides to call Phaedra, talking about she been waiting on Duke for an hour. And Phaedra's like, look, girl, if you are not happy, you need to get out of the situation. And Portia, I guess, is just feeling like, she said that she feels really silly. But she feels like because she introduced Duke to all of her friends and her family, that she needs to kind of like fight for the relationship and kind of stick it out. She wants to have a family. She wants a husband. She wants children or whatever. And I guess because of her, with her sister, even with her, now with her sister Lauren, pregnant, it's even more of an urge in her to have this family or whatever. And so, but at the same time, you can't just force a relationship with everybody. Everybody is just not for you. You know what I mean? And, we all know they're not together now. So good thing she figured it out. But she seemed like she was starting to figure it out in that moment that, during that conversation with Portia. So I don't know. So anyway, so the next thing you see, Kenya, she's in the limo. She's going to Cynthia's house because her and Cynthia are going to ride together. For some reason, Cynthia has this friend named Tammy. Now, Tammy is looking very busted with that bleach blonde hair. I talked about it before. I told y'all that bleach blonde hair is horrible, okay? But she didn't look any more busted than Kim looked it with her bleach blonde hair in the car with Candy. Now, Kim and Candy are riding in the car. They eventually pick up, what's her name? They eventually pick up, meet up with, who did they meet up with? Portia and her friend Shamia. But at first it was just Candy and Kim. And so they were just talking, and Kim was just talking to Candy like, I'm so like, in awe that you started other businesses. How did you do that? What made you want to do that? And then she asked Candy like if she can give her some tips on how to be a little bit more spontaneous or just try a little bit some different things in the bedroom or whatever. So Candy suggests that she wears these vibrating panties since she's never really used vibrators and stuff. She's like, start out small, maybe you can use some vibrating panties. And she's like, oh, are they real panties? Because I don't wear panties. And I'm like, TMI, the last vision I need is your ass with no panties on. And then Candy made it even worse. It's like, girl, like, in her interview, like, I would have thought she was wearing granny panties, you know what I'm saying? She was like, I bet she don't shave or anything. And down there, like, it's just like Bush City down there, like, Kim, you should have got yourself together before you came on this show, honey. I'm telling you. Looks aren't everything, but you need to just be a little bit more presentable on a daily basis. I don't know. Anyway, so they all end up getting to the yacht eventually. And it looks like they're all going to have a good time, but then Kenya wastes no time. Before they get to the yacht, they were going back and forth from one limo to the other limo. So I guess Tammy, who's Cynthia's friend, she knows she's cousins with Bob Whitfield, who's Sheree's ex-husband. And I guess she's like, Sheree was just a gold digger or whatever. She only married him because he was a football player. That's how she said she felt about Sheree. And then in the other limo, they start talking about, what's going on with Cynthia Peter. And Candy, with her big old mouth, was like, yeah, last time I talked to her, she was talking about getting divorced or whatever. And Portia's like, you know what? People need to just work that shit out because divorce is not the option. And she's talking like she regrets getting divorced, but it really wasn't her idea to get divorced anyway. It was Cordell's, and and she's just like, that is what it is with them. But she would tell other people to work it out. Then in the other limo, Cynthia's like, being married isn't like a trophy or something like that. And I don't know, they just go back and forth like that. So they finally get to the yacht. Looks like they're all gonna have some fun. But then Kenya sees Shamia. And Kenya is not happy that Shamia is there. She is just like, and then she says it. She goes, well, I didn't, because Candy said something about who did you invite. She's like, well, I didn't actually invite Shamia. And Portia's like, oh, I thought it would be cool. And she's like, yeah, Portia, but when you are invited, you don't actually bring another guest or whatever. But she had already said that she was going to shade Shamea from the beginning. And I don't blame her because Shamea seems like she's not a Kenya fan either because she was talking about Kenya's products from the moment that her and Portia got to the event last week. So whatever. I mean, maybe they know each other off the show. I don't know. But I mean, I would not have said that in front of everybody. But you know, Kenya is Kenya. She's going to be who she's going to be. But they all, you know, turn out to have fun. And Candy says that Shamea is the life of the party. And all of that. So they move on from that and they go get pedicures. Now the Tammy chick, that's Cynthia's friend, we ended up peeping her agenda because she starts talking to Candy about her son who's a rapper. And I guess Bob Whitfield is supposed to be his manager. I guess she thought that was gonna make Candy jump for joy and be like, oh yeah, I want to work with your son. And she's like, Candy, don't you have a record label? And Candy was about to answer and then Portia's like, yeah, she does. I'm like, Portia, nobody talking to you. I know Candy wanted to say that, right? And so Candy's just like, yeah, but I have a couple of groups that I'm working with exclusively, so I don't really have a lot of time or whatever. And then they move on, try to ask her, is she married? She's like, yeah, I'm married. I'm married to a white man. He's like Nazi white. And everybody's like, hold the phone. What exactly does she mean by Nazi white? I mean, what? Does he hate Jews? Does he hate black people? Does he hate everyone? You know, like, does he hate himself? I mean, I don't understand, like, what she meant by that. I don't really want to know what she meant by that because she's a little cuckoo. And I'm hoping that we don't see her anymore on this show, okay? So anyway, so then the ladies just, you know, Shamea decides she wants to turn the party up. And they, you know, they all start doing shots. And in the midst of all of this, they see Kim trying to sneak off to go read a book. Really, Kim? You brought a book and a Tupperware with snacks in it with little cut up bananas and apple slices with you to the dang yacht? Are you serious, Kim? Come on now. And then so Cynthia, what's her name? Kenya ends up throwing the stuff into the ocean. She didn't throw the book or whatever. They just took the book from her and they all doing shots. Kim won't drink, but that's fine. She don't have to drink. She can be sober with Candy. And then, you know, they just all seem to be having a good time. And I'm not really sure what happened. But at some point, they all start talking about you know, saying to Kenya that this party was better than the sweatbox that they were in before. And Kenya says, like, yeah, I guess, you know, even though you guys were hot, I'm glad you guys had a good attitude. But Shamea had a horrible attitude. And you had, she was like, Shamea, you had a lot to say. And I don't know if Kenya caught the comment. I think Kenya did catch the comment because they were sliding down the slide into the water or whatever off the yacht. So when Shamea got back on, Candy went to give her a towel, but it was like small towels. And she was like, oh, these are fake towels. And Shamea was like, yeah, like the fake water that she had in the bottle at the party. I think Kenya caught that, and I think that made her mad. So when they brought up the fact that it was hot in the party or whatever, she circled that around so that she can get mad at Shamea. She wanted to throw Shamea off the boat. She was stomping on to the captain, talking about, there's somebody I want off of the boat. And then now while this is going on, while she's up there talking to the captain, somehow Portia and Cynthia start arguing. Now I'm not even really sure how this argument started. And Shamea is just like, I mean, not Shamea. So Cynthia's like, okay, let me go see what's going on with Kenya and try and calm her down a little bit. And Portia said something like, yeah, go ahead, because you know you her BFF or whatever. She said it a little sarcastically, but they were all being sarcastic like the whole night. I just feel like Cynthia just got out of the mood a little bit because, for one, like Portia was, you know, dancing on her, talking about in her little Jamaican accent, talking about, no, girl, you're not going to leave me, girl. You know, trying to act like she was Peter or whatever. And then Cynthia's face, it was brief. They didn't show it that long, but her face looked like she really, you know, was annoyed by that. And then I think with Kenya arguing with Shamea, and I think that kind of just annoyed her even more. She said she was hungry. I just think she was just not in the space in that moment for Portia's nonsense at the moment. Even though, you know, so when Portia said that, she thought, you know, she just took it the wrong way. Just like Sheree had said, you know, she just wasn't in the space to receive it in a joking manner at that moment. So she tries to Portia tries to go over and just calm the situation with Cynthia, but Cynthia wants Portia to apologize, and Portia's like, I'm not apologizing because I don't feel I did anything wrong. So this is like back and forth, and they go off. Cynthia starts going off, and somehow they just start pointing at each other, and you can see that Portia's friend had was trying to like pull her off, because then Portia like jumps up, and I don't know, it looked like a fight was about to break out. I really don't know, but that's how it went off. The previews, it looks like Cynthia was still calmly sitting in the chair, the little lounge chair that she was in. So I don't think a fight broke out, but apparently something happened with Portia in her stomach. They said, remember, this is when they were talking about how Cynthia was supposed to kick Portia in her stomach or whatever. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait until next week to see it. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about this episode? I thought that it was weird for Cynthia to bring that chick along, and Cynthia knew that she was going to talk to Candy about that. She should have known that Candy wasn't going to appreciate that. You know what I mean? I just think Cynthia's a little too nice sometimes. And I don't know. I just don't really understand what went down with her and Portia. I don't know what made her that upset at all. But anyways, I think I'm going to save all my judgments for that until next episode. Anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this review of Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 8, Episode number 4. If you're not already subscribed to my blog, please subscribe. Please comment down below. Please rate this video. You guys, and until next time, please stay real, stay safe, and stay tuned to Mika Chanel Is Just Saying. Bye-bye.